Hello, buddy. Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And today's video, I want to talk about Tesla and Tesla Vision, latest news, breaking news as of yesterday. Before we do that, guys, please like this video, smash that like button. Really does help this channel. It's free, it's quick. Please consider doing so. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you have any question, comment, concern, input, feedback, leave it in the comments below. We try to read every single comment out there. So, this what I'm showing on the screen is on Tesla.com press release transitioning to Tesla Vision. And basically the Tesla is announcing that beginning with deliveries in May 2021, Model 3 and Model Y vehicles built for the North American market will no longer be equipped with radar, right? And a couple of features there for these newer vehicles for Model 3 and Model Y in North America for these newer vehicles will not be supported such as auto steer and smart summon, but that's fine. That's just for a short period of time because eventually they will develop their software to adjust to those changes, right? And of course this is going to be in the weeks ahead. Quick note here is that all new Model S and Model X and any vehicles built outside of the North American market will still be equipped with radar, right? And they will still have the radar supported autopilot functionality until we determine an appropriate time to transition those vehicles to Tesla Vision. So we know that at some point, all these vehicles I just stated will eventually shift towards a camera based Tesla Vision system, right? Where no more radar, right? And then there's an FAQ section here. Any cars Model 3 or Model Y delivered after May 2021 will also in North America will all have no radar. That's clear, crystal clear. And then here's a good question here: why are the current Model S and X being transitioning to that? And we know that there's Model X and S refreshes right now going on, and this is because Model 3 and Model Y are the higher volume vehicles. I think it makes complete sense. The response here, Tesla Vision first allows us to analyze a large volume of real world data in a short amount of time, which ultimately speeds out the rollout features based on Tesla Vision. So again, guys, these changes are enormous, right? You may just think, you may just think, hey, it's just a radar, it's just removing a part, but there's a whole system behind it in terms of software, in terms of procedures, in terms of manufacturing, in terms of certification, revalidation, lots of changes there. And just doing it on the Model 3 and Model Y, just in North America alone, is a big change. You can see there's a couple of features that are not yet to be supported with these newer vehicles that do not have radar. That's because they have to adjust their software. And we all know Tesla is not just an auto legacy companies. They don't just build cars, they have the whole software behind it, the whole Tesla Vision system. And obviously, there's the energy side of things, but that's just out of topic here. But just know that this is a huge news here, breaking news. The reason why this matters, guys, is because this is just solidifying the thesis of Elon Musk and Tesla back in 2019 when they announced that anyone that's heading with LiDAR or some sort of radar system base are doomed. This is solidifying that thesis. Tesla is shifting towards a strictly camera vision system where all their full self-driving and robotaxi systems will be based on camera vision alone, right? It makes sense, right? LiDAR is extremely expensive. It is not scalable right now as we speak. And yeah, maybe the cost will drop in the future, but will it drop to a point where it could compete with a camera based system? Most likely not. And this is why Tesla is doubling down on this thesis. What does it say about any of these companies like Waymo and so on that are really adamant on the LiDAR based system? I think I will let you decide that. Do your own research. Again, we never provide financial advice in this channel. You guys gotta do your own research. But from Tesla's end, they are going full um, on camera. They are moving away from anything with radar, less cost, less equipment, lighter cars. software to be adjusted. I think this is great news from the company. I'm really happy to see this. And this was again announced just yesterday. A couple of reactions here. This is on Reddit on Tesla Investors Club. The first response is, hey, yeah, this is a big deal. Expect mainstream media to completely miss the point. And then this person here said even Tesla bulls will miss the point. This is a big news, guys. I know it's been covered in certain social media platforms, or certain YouTubers are covering it as well, but this is really big. I mean, this analogy here, I loved it, right? If a partially blind guy gets his eyesight fully restored with surgery, he won't need a white cane for walking anymore. And the white cane for walking anymore is a reference to the radar equipment, right? You don't need radar if you can really focus on camera and get your software behind camera vision based, and it just makes sense, right? So great takeaway here, great input here. And of course, legacy media will never be able to understand this. They're not fully they don't even fully understand Tesla as a company, right? They still think Tesla is just a computer on four wheels. It's a lot more than that, right? And then there's a good input here. Curious everyone thoughts about leaving radar in X and S. Why would they want to keep it? And then this guy here responds, he's an engineer. Every process requires engineering resources, even of a removal of a part. As much as you think it's easy, it's much more complicated. It needs testing, safety validation, software validation, FSD update, and much more. This is what we were saying earlier, right? It's a big change. Many processes need to be implemented for this to happen. It may seem simple, just removing a part, but there's a whole system behind it. Makes sense, right? You don't just take out a part and just deliver cars like that, right? You have to adjust the software, you have to go through some validation, revalidation, safety validation, testing, and so on. So some couple of great inputs here, couple of great questions, queries. Highly advise you guys to look at these type of subreddits on Reddit or even on Twitter or different platforms. And then there's another subreddit here. This is Tesla Motors. This is less about investing in Tesla, more about Tesla cars itself. And this input here caught my attention here. This basically explains the inventory buildup of unfinished threes and Ys. I guess Bosch isn't able to keep up with production radar production level for 3Y, and S and X are not being produced right now. And the SXX have lower production level, which sounds like the best Bosch is able to do. So Tesla's pulling a YOLO and pushing out vision early to be able to ship those vehicles, right? And then they talk about the supply constraint for Bosch. So Bosch is a huge company, guys. If you guys don't know about Bosch, they're in everything and in everything, right? I think some of you have Bosch hardware in your kitchen appliances and so on, but they are everywhere, right? With cameras, with radars, there are, and with intrusion systems, access control, video as hardware, they're everywhere, right? But from this input, it looks like this gentleman here on Reddit is stating that Bosch is not able to keep up with radar production level. So this explains why Tesla would really push out Tesla Vision in such ways where they ship out vehicles without radar. So this is really interesting, guys. This is what you need to think about as an investor when you take a look at these types of news. Yes, Tesla is doubling down on their thesis. Yes, it's great news. Yes, they have less cost, but they're also doing this for a reason, right? There are supply constraints, and instead of letting these suppliers such as Bosch dictate how they want to deliver their vehicles, Tesla is doubling down on their thesis. Say, hey, you know what? We believe in our camera vision based. We believe in Tesla vision being based on camera vision alone. We don't need radar. Why are we waiting? Why are we delaying? Why are we, having these delays and allowing these suppliers to affect our deliveries? Let's just ship out vehicles without the radar, without that extra cost. Let's take one less stress off our plate. Let's go forward with this. And plus, it's great PR. The world will see that we are doubling down on vision, on camera vision based. We do not need radar or any sort of lidar system. I think this is great news from Tesla. Again, hopefully you guys appreciated this video. If you did, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and if you have any questions or if you can comment about what we just talked about today, leave it in comment below. Great news from Tesla and the team. Hopefully you guys appreciated this video, and we'll end this video like this. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Thank you very much.